Where does Jill Sandwich meme come from? Coming from the glorious and amazing founder of the survival horror genre,
Resident Evil.
This scene and game have since become synonymous with the Resident Evil series, which is one of the major gaming series of our day. And it has become synonymous with bad voice acting.
Stop it! Don't open that door!
God, I miss the 90s. With some of the best soundtracks conceived by humans. And some of the genuinely best soundtracks. By the way, fun side fact, the guy who directed the music for Resident Evil was some crazy Japanese dude who was coined the digital age Beethoven, due to the fact that he was allegedly deaf. His parents were hibakushi, or irradiated in the atomic bombing of Hiroshima. Well, it turns out that was a fucking lie. And he actually had a ghostwriter named Takashi Nigaki make most of the music. After an interview, where he answered some questions before the sign language interpreter could finish signing, and he even got up to answer the doorbell at one point in the same interview, his awards were revoked and he was exposed as a fraud to the world. If you want to learn more about this hilariously weird story, I did a podcast on it from my podcast series called A Brief History of. So I'll include the link in the description of the video. Go and check it out because it's really funny. Such a weird guy. But even without the blindness, I still believe in his talent. I remember getting in a fist fight with this kid in 2008 over which gaming series was more significant, Halo or Resident Evil. Well, all I got to say is checkmate, and fuck you, Tyler. Alright now. The scene goes as this. Stars Alpha Team and the surviving members, after seeing their comrade Joseph Frost brutally murdered by a pack of rabid, half-decomposed dogs, Jill, Barry, and Wesker, if you're playing as Jill, or Jill, Chris, and Wesker, if you're playing as Chris, run into an eerie mansion after being left for dead by their helicopter pilot, Brad Vickers.
No! Don't go!
Once inside, the trio hear a gunshot.
What is it?
Maybe it's Chris.
And go to investigate. After entering a dining room where Barry checks out some blood, he, being a macho man, sends Jill into the next room alone to check out the gunshot. Nice, Barry. Real brave. But I guess it's better than Chris's story, where they sent him to check out the gunshot with just a knife, as he lost his gun in the previous section. After stumbling upon the corpse of your compatriot Kenneth, God, even the subtitles are ridiculous. Kenneth has become a mere shadow of his former self. And one of video games' greatest introductions of a zombie. Seriously, this fucking slayed it in the 90s. Ooh, 5-year-old me had nightmares for days. After Barry pops a cap in his ass,
Let me take care of this.
the two return to the room, where atypical 90s movie villain Albert Wesker, who was waiting for them, has mysteriously disappeared. Survivors Jill and Barry decide to split up and search the mansion for their surviving friends, because, I mean, come on, what kind of horror movie would it be if they stuck together? Jill Valentine, who you are playing as, and Barry Burton, your damsel in distress saving partner, are searching the mansion for
Barry!
Jill, what's going on? Any clues?
Jill is told, you check the right side of the mansion. Which she does, and she stumbles upon an unlocked room. Jill, after ruthlessly stealing the mansion antique shotgun ornament exploits her female privilege, and has that hunk Barry come and save her.
Hey, what's going on?
Jill? Is that you, Jill? What happened?
Barry, help me please. The door won't open. Quick!
Stay away from the door, Jill. I'm gonna kick this door down.
Hurry! This way!
Oh, Barry!
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. Barry, thanks for saving my life.
And so it goes. The meme has become famous for its comically absurd lines and most useful placement of a room. God, it would sure suck to be stuck on the other side when that ceiling came down. So, let's dig a bit deeper into the famous lines uttered by our fair-haired friend. Resident Evil comes from Capcom, which is a company based in Japan. The Japanese never made the game in the Japanese language, as they wanted to keep the American horror movie authentic feel to it. So they cast some random Americans who they found on the streets, Americans who were notoriously lazy, ill-prepared, and late for work, and had them record the dubs. Being just random American dudes that were not actors, the dubs were pretty bad. As many Japanese don't speak English, they were unaware of just how bad the voice acting was. But I can tell you, I remember being maybe 5 or 6 and watching my older brother play the game. Yeah, way to go, parents. And even at that young age, I remember thinking something was kind of weird about what these people were saying.
Richard, what happened?
Oh, Jill, this house is dangerous. There are terrible demons. Ouch!
I couldn't exactly pin it, but something was off. Due to the translation errors from Japanese to English, the voiceovers remain hilariously bad.
Wesker!
Jill, so you're safe.
That's what I was going to say. Where on earth have you been?
After the success of Resident Evil and the equally successful, but in my opinion, not as great Resident Evils 2 and 3, Capcom decided to make Resident Evil into what is probably the greatest video game remake of all time. I'm serious. They did everything right in this game. They kept the same campy, scary feel, and literally improved everything, including the voice acting.
Jill, no. You don't want to go back out there.
But we've got to find...
What was that? Chris?
No.
Jill, go and investigate.
Even the music, although legendary in both games, is improved. The meme began to take hold of the internet's interest in April 2007, although exactly where it began, it's not really known. Since then, the meme has skyrocketed in popularity, even going so far as to cause Resident Evil developer Capcom to take notice. The meme has shown up in quite a number of other places as a result, such as a restaurant in Capcom's other zombie game, Dead Rising, a restaurant named Jill's Sandwiches. Although the meme has gone down in popularity with time, but let's be honest, the game is 25 years old, and the remake even is 16 years old. It's still going strong. I will not rip you to this day Jill's Sandwich meme, not for as long as Capcom keeps releasing new badass RE games. Please, Capcom, don't ever do what you did to us again with Resident Evil 6. Also, that new Resident Evil game, Xenoverse or something? Yeah, that one's pretty stupid too. What the fuck, Capcom? It's a zombie game. Why are you making Call of Duty? Call of Duty's already made.
Barry.
That was a close one. A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Really? Thanks.